What's up guys, Coach Ty here today to take you through your mobility session. Guys, we got a full lower body session on the mat. Guys, let's take it down into a seated position to get us started. Starting us off guys, we're gonna take those legs at a 90-degree angle. Get set up there with those hands behind us. From here guys, we're gonna start that hip switch. We're rocking from side to side here, just opening up those hips. Now I want this nice and slow, nothing too fast. For today guys, I want us to focus on our breath. We want a nice slow breath throughout this whole workout. For the first part of our session guys, we're not gonna add a breath count. As we get on, we may do so. So with this movement guys, those hands behind us, supporting our chest, keeping us nice and upright. From there, we want to touch both knees, either side, off that ground. And we're just switching here from side to side, nice and slowly. If you feel like we're not getting much of a stretch here, let's slowly push those hands a bit forward, keeping that chest up a little bit taller. Good. We're looking for a stretch here in those hips. Right at the top in there. If we're feeling that in there, that's what we want to feel. So don't worry too much about that. If you begin to lock up a bit, guys, just straighten those legs out. Next movement, guys, we're going to go into a pigeon. So from here, leaving that leg at 90 degrees, drop that back leg behind us, so we're nice and straight, and our chest is nice and tall. Good, guys. So from here, have those hands supporting us for the start. As we go on, we can drop down a little bit closer to the ground. If we're feeling like we're not getting much of a stretch, you can get down there onto the elbows. For that pigeon, guys, we want to feel that in our glutes. So we're looking at feeling it in the hips and the glutes for this position. And again, guys, focus here is nice, slow, deep breaths. So again, my chest is nice and tall. That front leg is as best as I can get at a 90-degree angle. I'm feeling a bit of a pinch in the knee. Maybe start to bend that leg a little bit closer to the body. And again, we're staying nice and upright. The back leg right behind us. Chest is tall. And we just want to slowly fall into that movement. So if we can, take it down onto the elbows for the last 10 here. Good. Nice guys, from there, let's take it over to the other side. So again, switch around, leg at 90, back leg right behind us. We have those hands out in front of the body, keep us nice and upright. Good, so we actively want to be kind of pushing away from that side. Say I'm on my left leg here, I'm going to shift a little bit over to the right hand side. Feel that stretch in the glutes and the hips. For a full lower body session here guys. Opening up those hips, opening up the quads, and that whole area. It's good for the back. You've been sitting down for a long time, or if we just done one of those HIIT sessions, guys, and we're looking for a nice cool down stretch, this is what we want to be doing. We've got another 20 seconds or so here, guys. Again, if we can, let's take it down onto the elbows. We'll get a little bit more of a stretch there. Again, we're shifting over away from that side. Nice guys, so another 5 seconds here, and then we're gonna go back to that hip switch. Good. All right, this time guys, if we can, take those hands off the ground for those hip switches. We're moving from one side to the other. Now if we're not getting much of a stretch there, again, use those hands to support us and keep that back nice and upright. If we can, with the hands off the ground, stay nice and upright. Chest is nice and tall. Good guys, and again, we're focusing on that breath. So nice and slow for this first part of the session, and we may add a breath count when we get into it. So rocking side to side, chest nice and upright. Good. Nice deep breath. If you can, keep it to just the nose breathing. Avoid breathing in and out through that mouth. Nice guys. 10 seconds or so here before we return to that pigeon. Give me one more switch here each side. Lovely. Now we're gonna go back in to that pigeon on the side we started with. So this time guys, we should be able to get straight down onto those elbows. If we can't, don't worry, stay up on those hands. Chest is dropping down. If I can get it right onto my knee, I should feel those glutes, hips open up even more. And we're just resting, relaxing in this position here. Brilliant stuff guys. Again, breathing in and out through that nose. Got about 30 seconds in this position. So really try open up every little bit here, guys. Nice stuff, everyone. Again, if we can't come down onto those elbows, stay up there with the arms, even bend them a little bit. We're getting a little bit deeper than we're used to. And again, we're pushing away from that side. Got another 10 seconds here before we shift to the other side. Good, 3, 2, 1. Take it to the other side. Again, that front leg roughly at 90 degrees. If we're getting a bit of a pinch in that knee, bend it a little bit closer to us. That should help. And then we're bending those elbows right down onto the ground. If we can, drop that chest right onto the knee. We should feel those hips, the glutes opening up. Good guys, big deep breaths here. Nice and controlled. Opening up that lower body. We'll be doing this in prep for a HIIT session, after a HIIT session, for a cool down or recovery. Or maybe we've been sitting down for a long time today and those hips are tight, the back is feeling it a little bit. We're just settling in all these positions. We're not pushing it, we just want a nice, small little subtle stretch. Nothing too hard. Less than 10 seconds here, guys, before we change up these movements. 3, 2, 1. Nice, guys. Take it out at. We're going to take it on to hands and knees. Taking those knees wide apart. Feet are also coming wide apart, guys. From here, we're going to rock very, very slowly back and forward in that frog rock position. Really slowly here, guys. We're actively pushing those hips towards the back wall behind us. Hold it for a second or two when we feel that stretch. Ease off. We're moving here for another 30 or so seconds. This is great work, guys. Again, we're looking for a small little stretch, nothing too hard. Hold it when we get to that back wall, 3 seconds or so, and then ease off. Great work, guys. 15 seconds. Rocking back and forth, nice and slowly. Hold it, and release. Good, give me one more. Nice, guys. From there, let's take it up to a kneeling position. From here, we're going to take those hands to the ground. That back leg is kicked right behind us. We're in a nice squat position, so I got a nice bit of knees over toes. And if I can, guys, let's take it down onto the elbows for that lizard position. That's a head round, the back is round. And right now, guys, if we're able to, let's add a breath count here. So we're going to go 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. If possible, keep that with our nose, just with our nose. We've got 30 seconds left here. We should be feeling this a little bit in the ankles, in the knees maybe, and then in those hips as well, especially in that back leg. And we're just dropping down, get as close to the ground as we can. We're coming up to those final 10 seconds on this side before we change and shift to the other side. Good, 3, 2, 1. Good, and I'm changing over to the other side, guys. So again, that leg is at a nice squat position. Knee is just over the toes, and if I can take it down onto those elbows, take it down there. If not, guys, up onto the hands, and we're actively pushing those hips down to the ground. And move about, guys. Don't just stay in that same position. Anywhere that feels tight, go there. We're down on the elbows or up on the hands even. Actively, without pushing it with our hand, push away that knee from the body. So drive it away, a little bit of force, and we should feel those hips open up a little bit more. We've got 20 seconds left here. We're going to go one more time through. The idea here, guys, is that the second time throughout, we should be feeling that body open up a little bit more. Those positions get a little bit deeper. We got 5, 3, 2, 1. Good, we're going back to those frog rocks. So back on, hands and knees. Feet are wide apart as well, knees are wide apart. We're shifting back and forward here, nice and slowly. Great stuff. Let's try to get a little bit deeper into this stretch. Push the hips back towards that back wall a little bit more. Good, chest is nice and tall as well. Again, guys, it's not a very sore stretch we want to be feeling. Just a nice, little subtle stretch, opening up all the joints and the muscles in the body. Good, and again, we can keep that breath count. Of our 3 in, our 3 out. Through the nose. Nice, guys. Again, when we shift those hips to the back wall, pause for about 2-3 seconds, and then ease off. You got 5, 3, 2, 1. Good, we're gonna take it through that lizard one more time. So up to that kneeling position. If we can, get the elbows onto the ground. This time, guys, if we can, let's try to take that back knee off the ground. We may even go 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So we're not getting tense anywhere we don't want it. Good, and if we want this time, guys, let's bring that knee a little bit more over the toe. We're opening up that good squat position, and the knee is being pushed away from the body, not with our hands, but we're just actively driving that away, opening up those hips. We're coming up to those final 20 seconds on this side. We'll go one more on the other side before we take it into something else. Great stuff, everyone. Elbows on the ground if we can. If not, we may even be able to get one elbow onto the ground. That's fine. Or get as close to that ground as we can. Opening up that lower body. So here, guys, let's take it to the other side. We're gonna go into that lizard again. So elbows on the ground. And if we can, bring that knee right over the toes. Open up those ankles, knees, and the hips even more. And again, if we can, we're gonna go with that 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out on that breath count. In through the nose, out through the nose. And again, guys, if we can, lift that back knee off the ground. We'll feel that a little bit more in that hip flexor on that straightened leg. 20 seconds here, guys. Again, go to those tight positions. Don't move away from them. We want to open them up. Sit into them. Our final 10 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Good, guys. Slowly ease out of that. From there, we're going to take it up into our squat position. Take those feet a little bit wider than we're used to. Dropping those hips down as low as we can. We're using those elbows to push the knees away from the body. You want a nice straight chest. Our back is nice and straight as well. We're just holding that there. So even if we want to go on and off, if we push those hands together, we'll feel that squat and the hips open up even more. We're looking for a really deep stretch, guys. Take the knuckles together and push those out. Good, we're coming up to those final 20 seconds here on that sumo squat position. So again, the feet are a little bit wider than we're used to. Pushing those elbows into the knees, opening up those hips, the groin, anywhere that's feeling a little bit tight. Again, maybe go on and off, but driving those elbows into the knees. Guys, let's take it down, seated. We're gonna take one shin in front of the other, and we're just gonna fall forward, and lean in that cross shin pose. So if we can, take those elbows onto the ground. We're not feeling much of a stretch here, guys. Take one leg, front leg, a little bit further out in front, and we're actively pushing forward, opening up those hips. We should be feeling that on the leg that's in front, that hip. And we're just gonna ease in here, nice and slow, breathing in and out through that nose if you can, at that 3-second count. Good, reach as far forward as we can there, guys. Drop the chest down as well. We're nearly there. Last 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come out of that. We're gonna switch sides there, guys. So opposite leg in front of the body. Again, bring it out a little bit in front, a little bit onto that knee. They're not touching each other. And again, guys, slowly drop that chest down to the ground or get as low as we can. Should be feeling that stretch of the hips, so right in those glutes and the hips, and that leg that's in front of the body. And we're reaching as far forward as we can. That cross shin pose. Got 20 seconds here, guys. Again, stay with that breath count if we can. 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. We're breathing right into that stomach, so not into the chest there, guys. You want to feel that stomach opening and closing. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice work, guys. From there, one more time around. We're back into that sumo squat, so feet wide apart, taking those hands together, and we're driving those elbows into the knees. Chest is nice and upright, and our back is straight. We're nearly there, guys. We got one more time through our cross shin, and then we're finished for today. Again, guys, push those elbows in. If we want, go on and off with that pressure, really opening up those hips, the groin, even those knees and the ankles are going to be opened up here. For this one, guys, we want to add a little bit of retention. Let's go with a 3-second pause at the end and the top of each breath. So 3 in, 3-second pause. 3 out, 3-second pause. You got 5 seconds here, guys. 3, 2, 1. Back to our seated position. Crossing those shins again. Let's take that front foot a little bit further. And we're dropping that chest down, reaching in front of the body. And we should be feeling that in those glutes and the hips, as well as those knees a little bit as well. 40 seconds. Great stuff, guys. We're nearly there. Last 2 poses. This was a long lower body stretch, but nothing too hard. Again, stick with that breath count through the nose. We got our final 20 seconds of our cross shin here. Let the chest and the background fall down towards the ground. Get every little inch out we can. We got 5, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up. Change sides there, guys. Leaning forward. Brilliant stuff, everyone. Again, take that foot as far in front as we can when we reach. We got our final 40 seconds here, guys. Stick with it. "30 seconds. Let that back round, guys, the head dropping down. We're nearly there. 20 seconds. Nice, guys, really commit. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. And relax, guys. Great job, everyone. Thanks for joining me for that lower body session, and I'll see you guys next time.